Alright, what is up there, YouTube? This is J-Man Time, and today I have a video on the safest areas in Afghanistan. And this is an update to my last video on which I explained why Afghanistan is slowly collapsing into a state of complete anarchy. Now, since at least 2018 to now, Afghanistan has been slowly collapsing, and as a result, many Islamist rebel and guerrilla groups are now taking over large swaths of the country. Now, the main group doing this is the Taliban itself, but there are dozens of other groups that are also involved in this current conflict. So in this video, I'm going to go over the safest areas to go to or to live in if you are currently living in Afghanistan or plan to visit the country at any point in the next couple of years. And these are the safest provinces of Afghanistan, where the Taliban has very little to almost no presence in these provinces. So let's go over it. Now, the most safest province in Afghanistan as of now in 2021 is the province of Bamyan, or Bamyan province. This is a province that is located directly in the middle or the heartland of Afghanistan, directly in the center of the country. In this province, you will mostly find the Hazara ethnic minority, which makes up at least 10% of Afghanistan's overall population. Most of Afghanistan is made up of Pashtuns and Tajiks. The Hazara are a Shia ethnic group, and they are mostly against the Taliban for both religious and political reasons, as they actually support the democratic government of Afghanistan that has been set up by the US. This province has a population of just 500,000 people, and is the safest province in the entire country. So safe that the Taliban only controls a single military checkpoint on the border of the province between Bamyan and neighboring Baghlan province. Now, the Taliban is trying to enter this province, but they have failed miserably. In fact, just a few days ago, the Afghan army in Bamyan province actually stopped a Taliban offensive that was aimed at taking over more territory in the province, and the Taliban only control a single checkpoint on the border. So if you are living in Afghanistan, the Bamyan province is literally the safest place to travel to, and it's probably the most defended province in the entire country. The second safest province in Afghanistan is the province of Panjshir. Now, in Panjshir province, you have the Afghan Tajiks, or the Dari Tajiks. These are a group of Afghan Tajiks that speak a Afghan Persian-like language. They are mostly of the Sunni sect of Islam, but there are also some Shia Hazaras living in this province too. This province has a very small population, just 172,000 people, one of the smallest provinces in the country, along with Kunar and Loghman province, and it is also the second safest province in the entirety of Afghanistan. In this province, the Taliban only control a single small village, and that is the village of Aryu, located near the southern region of this province of Panjshir. The Afghan army in this area has done mostly a good job of keeping the Taliban at bay, because the Taliban has actually taken over large swaths of the surrounding provinces. So this province is almost completely surrounded, with the exception of the southwestern edge of the province, which connects it to Kabul, the capital province of Afghanistan. So if I were living in Afghanistan, I guess the Panjshir province would be the second area I would want to live in, as it is the second safest region in the entire country, and the Afghan Taliban seems to have a hard time in getting into this province. They've only managed to take over a single village, and that village is largely surrounded by the Afghan army and militias in this province of Panjshir. The third safest province is the province of Khost, or Khost province. In this region, you would find mostly the anti-Taliban Pashtun tribes. Pashtuns make up 99% of this province as an ethnic group, and this province has a population of over 650,000 people. So it is a very populous province, despite it being very small on the map. Now, in terms of security, Khost province is the third safest region in Afghanistan. The Taliban only have control of two towns, the towns of Zizi Miaden and the town of Zabari. Every other area in this province is largely controlled by the Afghan army. In fact, this is where the Afghan president currently visits back and forth throughout the year. Currently, the Taliban are trying to advance into this province from the country's southwest area of the province and have actually taken over a small valley on the very edge of the province. So the Taliban are in control of 3 areas in the coast province: the aforementioned town of Zizi Miaden and the town of Zabari, along with a valley that is near the town of Sephra. This province of coast is not as safe as the Bamyan and Panjshir province. And then the final safest province in Afghanistan is the province of Kabul, or Kabul province, which is the capital region of Afghanistan. This is where most of the Afghan government, backed by the US, is located. In this province, you will mostly find a mixture of anti-Taliban Pashtuns, Tajiks, and Hazaras, along with some other minor groups, including the only Hindu group in the country. The Kabul province is very overpopulated. It has a population of over 5 million people living there, so one of the, if not the most populated province in the country. Currently, the Taliban only control 3 towns in Kabul province: the town of Kaki Jabar, the town of Kos Mia Khalil, and the town of Nar el Kalan. And these towns are all near the border area of Kabul, with the exception of Kaki Jabar. Now the Taliban have started to invade Kabul province in several areas. They have invaded the area of Shakara Dara district and the district of Pakman, which is located in the northwestern edge of Kabul. So the Taliban have started to invade Kabul province from the neighboring provinces that have already largely been overrun. And that's basically it. Every other province in the country is pretty much dangerous. These provinces of Bamyan, Panjshir, Khost, and Kabul are the safest areas to live in Afghanistan. And these are the areas that seem to be holding out the most against the Taliban. Every other province has been either halfway overrun or almost completely overrun by the Taliban. So if you live in Afghanistan, these are the 4 provinces you would want to go to in the long run in the upcoming Afghan civil war that is basically already raging in the country as of now, 2021. So what do you all think of this? Please tell me in the comments section below, and until next time, this was J-Man Time, signing off.